Hello, my lovelies. Okay, so today's tutorial, oh my goodness, I'm so excited, is of the tree pendant. I know, it's been way too long in coming, but I'm very excited about this. You should be too. We're not doing it blue because I want to do green, because I'm in a very green mood, because it's summer and it's hot outside and I like green? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so the magic of this pendant is in making a background and a foreground, just like you would in a painting, which is not nearly as difficult as you might think it. So, don't be scared. Alright, colors that I have for you are, let's see, black. Always gotta have a black somewhere. And then we have deep cobalt green, which is a gorgeous dark green. Kind of on the bluer scale of green, not like a mid green or yellow green, much more on the dark blue scale. Emerald green, which is a bright, beautiful green. Then we have cobalt green, which is like aqua green, like seafoam kind of colored. I have cream, which is an off-white or a yellow, and I have white just in case I want. Now, fun part, gel pens, yeah. Since we're doing the leaves and all of this are actually done in gel pen. So, I have this, like, it looks kind of like the cobalt green. It's a jelly roll pen. I don't really know what else to tell you because it doesn't have a color on it. It's just is one of the Moonlight series, I think. And then I have a lighter one as well. This is a pastel green. It has pinks in it as well, which is kind of cool if I get down there eventually. For some of the other little leaves. And then I figured it would be really fun if, since it's summer and things bloom and stuff, if we put little flowers in the trees. So I got a pink one out for that. Now, you don't have to, of course, obviously. This is just a tutorial, so do it however you want. Goodness, don't yell at me. That's rude. I've had way too much coffee, in case you couldn't tell. Anyway, let us begin, my friends. Starting with our darkest green. This is, again, deep cobalt. Dark cobalt, deep cobalt. Is it deep or dark? Okay, I wrote it down as dark cobalt green. It's actually deep cobalt green. I'm going to confuse myself. That's cool. We're going to go all the way around the edges to make sure that we get a lot of depth in it because we need to establish the background and the foreground. So, go all the way around. Just like this. And we are just laying down bits of color. Don't worry about how smooth it is or anything else. Use light pressure because we do want to have lots of layers, because we're going to want a very smooth color backdrop for our little tree that we will do. And of course, I do mine because it's a tree that I did originally, and so we're going to do a tree. But you could put in anything you wanted there, actually. I know a while back someone did like little songbirds in one, in a gem. And somebody else did something. I don't remember what it was though. But I know that there's like, anything you wanted to do inside of here, of course you could. The boundaries are only at the edges of your own mind, honestly. That's creativity. That in and of itself is creativity. You're only limited by you. And if you're limited by your experience or by what you know you can do, guess what? You're only limited for an amount of time until you learn that thing. And then, or you learn a new skill, and then you can go farther. So, alright. Now we have our all around the edges color. And now we're going to put in kind of our foreground of where we're going to have our little tree stand, right? So we're going to have this little hill that the tree is on. And then we're going to have this kind of shadow-esque going up from there, okay? I'm just going to fill this in, super, super light. And then we're going to make this a little bit darker as we go over here. And this a little bit darker as well. Give a little bit more of a hump to our... give a little bit more hump to our hill. Alright, now I want to grab our black. And we're really going to darken this part up. Because anytime you're doing like anything that looks kind of like a landscape, darker colors are going to come forward like more, and then the farther you go back, it's going to get kind of foggy and grayer and all the colors muddy together when you're looking farther and farther away. Think about like when you look across like a landscape or across like mountains. The far mountains away are like, you know, middle blue or light blue, and then they're very vague and foggy, and then they come towards you and they get crisper and clearer and darker, right? Okay, so that's basically what we're getting the idea of here. And I'm going to darken this up over here. We'll get around all the edges and darken them up, because you'll want that to get some more depth in here. We're going to get more depth as we go with our greens back up in here, but I really wanted to get this in here, show where that is. So we've got here, curve here, curve here. Okay, so this is our little hill, and we've got a curve here, which is going to be kind of dark. Okay, that's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to color in with that green some more, or dark green. Now, as our tree is on the very top, the very foreground, we're going to leave it to last, okay? Because you want it on top of your background. So, especially with your gel pens, they're not easy to color over. So, our light is going to be coming from over here. So it's going to be coming down right into like the middle-ish here. Okay? So we want this to be darker. Up and around over here. As you can see, I'm just kind of scribbling. Get them nice rounded strokes in there so we can blend. Alright. Emerald green. This is our kind of middle green. Very, very pretty green. We want that here. I'm just kind of going over our emerald green, or over our dark green as well. Because we want, like I said, for everything to be kind of integrated, very smooth background for our little tree. See how it's got like, I didn't quite get that as dark as I wanted it? Go back, go away. Alright, sorry, that was bugging me. Alright, we're gonna go to our cream. And then we want this to actually meet down here at our little hill. I'm going to blend it up and into our emerald green. because we want that light to be centered back there. Now, if you have a blender pencil and you want to use that right in here, you can. If not, you don't have to. I just didn't get this as blended as I wanted it, but that's alright. Going back to our cobalt green, or not back to, first time, I want it here so I get that nice soft look to it, because I don't want it to be like a very staunch bright right behind our tree. I want it to be kind of gentle. So I'm bringing this in and on top of our yellow, or cream I should say. It looks very yellowish though. And then I think I want to grab my white and just kind of help blend this all together. I just want it to be very gentle. And I'm not really getting that as much as I want to, but that's okay. We're going to cover up some of it. So. Going up and just using this cobalt green. I'm going to go out with it and start to bring in this as a second layer and just get all my colors a bit deeper down across our little hump down here. We're creating like our own little magical world. Okay, go back to your darkest green. Mine, excuse me, is deep cobalt. And we want this to be nice and dark around here. Just like that. Using light pressure, I'm not going hard with this. I just want to get that feeling of depth. Especially right down here and right up here. Now if you're thinking about a gem, think, you've got your reflected light. We're going to have our highlight up here, so the rest is kind of be shadow. We're bringing this down/up. Like, we're bringing it really dark because this is kind of giving us that help for our foreground, which is the only reason it's as dark as it is. Because we're creating that kind of tunneled landscape look. Yes, looking pretty good. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to... Where did it go? There it is. My little blender pencil. I'm going ahead and go in here and just kind of blend some of this because it's not as smooth as I really want it to be. That's my own fault. That's okay. You can always use mineral spirits. If you use mineral spirits, that would work really well here. I'll show you. I got my little doohickey here. Just rub it around real quick there. Ta-da! Okay. The only thing I see is that I kind of want to go around my edges with black. just a little bit, because I do want this to be very deep, very dark around the edges. And then we will work on our little tiny tree, which I know you're super excited about. Okay. Make sure we got our little hill there. Okay. Okay, we got like our little forest look going on, alright? Okay, sharpen up your black pencil so you can do fine detail with it. Okay, nice and sharp. Alright, and then just going to draw your little tree. Okay, mine's going to have a little trunk and go up and to the side. And it can be like a little very simple tree. Doesn't have to have like lots of branches or anything if you don't want it to. I'm just kind of doing weird lines. Make our trunk kind of go out at the bottom. Okay. There's my little tree. Ta-da! It looks weird, but whatever. Okay. Now, our leaves. You can do them two ways. You can use one of your greens, and you can do little stippling if you want, or do like little circles and stuff, so that you begin building up some color. And that's, if you want, you can do it like that. Second way is the way I want to do it, which is with a gel pen. Like I said, this one is kind of the, here I'll show you, the color of the cobalt green. And then we're just going to take it and go in little dots everywhere. All around the tops of your little branches, and back there, and on top of them. And if you don't like it, you can kind of mess with them, depending on your gel pen and how juicy and stuff it is. And then you're going to get it on your finger like so. And then let's get my other gel pen, which is the pastel one, which is very, very light, if I can get it to go. There it is. And then have the little light parts in here, which will contrast with our dark green very nicely. So that we have dark and light leaves on our tree. Lots of little dots. And it kind of makes it look alive inside of it, which is kind of cool. Then, if you really want to go that extra mile, you can give it little tiny, oh my god, that's bright. You can give it little tiny flowers here and there. Whoop! That is, Jesus. That is way brighter than I thought it was going to be. We might tone some of these down. By tone down, I mean just like touch them. Aww, it's so pretty. Okay. And you know it's your favorite part now. And by favorite part, that's being like super freaking sarcastic, because highlights sometimes do what they're supposed to do, sometimes do not, depending on your gel pen. And today mine is telling me to go jump in the lake. Alright. Gotta get started first. I think it's almost dry, which is why it's acting up. But up here, we're going to go right across here because we want it to be in direct correlation with, and you don't want it too close to your edge because we've got such a high reflected light. This is going to mean this comes farther, your highlight comes farther away from the edge because as the highlight comes up, your light source comes up, your reflected light goes closer to it. Okay? So the farther down your highlight goes on the edge of your gem, the farther away your reflected light's going to be on your gem. Okay? So this is where we're going to put our highlight up here. See? As soon as I stop using it. Oh my gosh, I have to get a new one or go back to using my jelly rolls. Which is fine. I like my jelly rolls. Come on, jumping. Yep, this one's on its last legs. You can't even see the gel anymore. You know you want to be my friend. Because I've really had like way too much coffee today. Okay. That's kind of good. Alright. And then I'm going to take some, if I can get it, to go around the edges like that. Kind of give it that extra bit of shine. And then, of course, because this one was horrible, I'm going to have to go in and clean up some of these. Especially our main one here. I like very clean highlight lines because light hitting something that is very smooth is not fuzzy or wobbly in any sense. So careful, we don't want our tree ruined. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this. I did, and I'll be putting it up here for you shortly, and we'll see you next time. I think I'm gonna darken that up a little bit. That's the only thing I think I'm gonna do. But I can't wait to see yours. Bye!